Unveiling secrets of the pricing spectrum. Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Index Card Insights. This is episode 80. I want to welcome you to my little show here on a Wednesday evening. And tonight we're going to be talking about the pricing spectrum. Now, this is actually it's funny because I say the pricing spectrum, and that sounds really, really boring. But I want you to know that what I'm going to be talking about tonight is actually really, really important. Um, and if you're not making as much money online as you'd like to be, you should really listen to what I have to say tonight. So that's what I'd say. So anyways, when I talk about the pricing spectrum, what am I talking about? First of all, guys, I'm not going to talk about continuity tonight. That's also part of the pricing spectrum. But continuity is kind of a different subject. I'm not going to get into continuity tonight. That deserves its own thing. We're not going to talk about continuity. The other thing is that I'm not going to talk to you about the complete pricing spectrum as I see it. And that's another thing I want to tell you. Like the stuff I'm going to be talking about tonight is from my own experience. It's not any, the thing about it, and this is what's really crazy about pricing, okay? Everyone's got their own versions of what low ticket is, what mid ticket is, what high ticket is. Everyone's got their own versions of that. Some people, you don't even touch high ticket until you get to like $1,000 or $25,000 or whatever. Everyone's got their own kind of versions of low, mid, and high, depending on who they are and what their experience has been. So what I'm going to give you tonight when it comes to the pricing spectrum is 100% just based on what I've learned from my own experience. So I'm going to give it to you how I see it. All right. And again, I'm not going to give you the whole thing. All right. Because I think that would confuse the purpose of this podcast. Because you don't need to know the whole pricing spectrum as I see it for this to be effective for you. The information I want to give you tonight, I want it to be effective for you. So I'm just going to give you part of the pricing spectrum. I'm not going to include continuity, and I'm not going to include the upper echelons of the pricing spectrum. I'm just going to include the lower stuff. I want to cover six positions of the pricing spectrum for you as I see them. Okay. Now everyone's different. They got their own, like I said, everyone's different. They got their own go bys for what the pricing spectrum looks like. But I want to give you mine. All right. So when it comes to, I think I'm going to give you these insights as we go. Then I'm going to describe them as we go. Okay. So again, welcome to Index Card Insights, episode 80. This is unveiling secrets of the pricing spectrum. Now, if you're making some money online, but you're not making a lot of money online, and you're not making like sustainable money online, that's going to keep you from going back to a normal job. Like if you want full-time income online, right, you need to understand this pricing spectrum thing I'm talking about. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So let's get into it. Insight number one. We're talking about the pricing spectrum here. What am I talking about? I'm talking about how much we charge for things and what kind of products we have on the market. Okay. So insight number one, the first two positions of the pricing spectrum I want to talk to you about is this: free to low ticket. All right. Now, when I say free, we all know what free means. And when I say low ticket, what I'm referring to is anything under 20 bucks. Anything under 20 bucks. Okay. So who picks up free stuff? Everybody picks up free stuff. Okay. People who are advanced pick up free stuff. People who are intermediate pick up free stuff. People who are beginners pick up free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff. Okay. So that's fine and that's cool. And we use free stuff to put people on our list. But those people, they're at the very beginning. A lot of times they're at the very beginning of their customer journey. At least we have to assume they are. Like I said, everybody picks up free stuff. So some of them aren't at the beginning of their customer journey. But most of the time when they're picking up free stuff, they are at the beginning of their customer journey with us. Okay. So I know you've probably been told in the past that you don't want freebie seekers on your list. You don't want tire kickers on your list. However, I don't think that's very good thinking. I don't think that's the right way to think about, people who pick up free offers. There's a customer journey that everybody takes. I don't want to get into it too deeply tonight, just because I gotta start watching my times on these podcasts. But there's a customer journey that everybody goes through. Um, and the free offer, a lot of people, that's their initial kind of rapport building with you. That's their initial, like, what do you call it, exposure. That's their initial exposure to you, is that free offer. So, like, it's important. They're not customers yet. They're just people. They're people who are on your list. They're prospects, right? They haven't actually bought anything from you yet. And then we come to the low ticket. All right, that's $20 or less. Right. Now, listen. I know I'm talking about things you probably are familiar with and you understand, but this is all going to come together. So bear with me. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is the low ticket product. That's $20 or less. Who picks up the low ticket product? Well, again, anybody will pick up a low ticket product. Advanced people, intermediate people, beginners pick up low ticket products. But generally, when we think about the customer journey as it relates to us, the people who pick up that low ticket product are people who have advanced a little bit from free stuff. They trust us a little bit more and they want to try our low ticket stuff. Now, look, let's be real. Some people are okay spending $10 on something if they don't know you. It's not that much money. They'll take a chance on it, right? The cool thing about that is that that is basically you acquiring a customer, right? When someone picks up your low ticket offer, right? You're essentially acquiring a customer. They have raised their hand and they've said, "Hey, I'm willing to buy something from you." All right? They're giving you a shot. They're going to invest a little bit in you. That's a low ticket offer, right? $20 or less, right? Now listen, I don't want you to get confused with my lingo, okay? Everyone's got different lingo. This happens to be mine. If I say low tickets, $20 or less, right? Um, don't get too wrapped up in the lingo. I want you to just kind of think about the progress as we move through this, okay? Think about the progressions as we move through this. Don't worry as much about my personal terminology. Think about the money being spent, okay? So $20 or less, low ticket. Pretty easy commitment. People aren't worried about one time $20 commitment, okay? Um, so now what? Let's move to insight number 2. So we got people who seek, free stuff from you, and they're basically, they're just like beginning of the customer journey. They don't know you. They're just checking something out for free because everybody likes free stuff. And then we got the low ticket. Now you've made some kind of impression on them, so they're willing to spend a little bit of money with you, right? And that's cool. Both of these things are included usually in a front end funnel. When we got a front end funnel, sometimes you'll find free stuff at the very front. Sometimes you'll find low ticket stuff at OTO 1, right? Or sometimes people will just bypass the free stuff and you'll just have a low ticket right there on the front. And you see that a lot on platforms like Warrior Plus, where they're affiliate driven, right? It's platforms where people drive affiliate traffic, right? You'll see people bypass the free thing and just go right to low ticket, the first low ticket thing. That's fine, right? So that's the first 2 positions of the pricing spectrum: free and low ticket, less than $20. All right. Insight number 2. All right. Low mid to mid ticket, right? So what's low mid, right? Low mid is like $20 to $50 range, right? That's the low mid. And like what this usually is, it's something a little bit more significant than the low ticket offer. And usually you'll find products like this. Many times you'll find it on a low ticket front end funnel, right? This will be in the funnel. You'll find the $27 products, $37 products, $47 products in the funnel of that low ticket offer. That's a low mid, right? That's a low mid product. It's like designed to, honestly, I don't want to go too crazy into this, but if you think about it, these low mid offers, they're designed to fill out that funnel, and like they're designed to help make your affiliates money, right? They're also designed, in another case, they're designed to help you, basically recoup your cost for advertising, right? These low mid offers, they run through the funnel, and a lot of times they'll be like this kind of like saying that like you should be willing to like go ahead and pay for at least 2 products in your funnel, you know, to acquire a customer, right? That's like the goal, they say. I don't want to get too deep into that paid advertising stuff tonight, but the point is you'll find these low mid offers in funnels a lot of times. Now look, you'll find them on the front end. A lot of times, especially now, I see like on Gumroad and stuff, you'll see a lot of offers for like 37, $47. But I call these kind of low mid offers. They're not low ticket, right? And the reason I don't call them low ticket is because I feel like it's a little bit of a different level of trust. Someone For someone to spend $37 on your thing or $47 on your thing, they are actually making a little bit of a different kind of commitment than like a $10 thing. I mean, people will spend $10 on your thing and they'll forget about it. They won't even look at it, right? But if someone spends $37 or $47 on your thing, it's a little bit more of a commitment. And that's why you'll see a lot of these offers in a funnel, right? Because they've already committed to one thing. And so you're trying to walk them up that value ascension ladder a little bit. But anyways, that's the low mid, right? And then we got the mid ticket, right? And the mid ticket is $50 to $100, right? Over $50 to $100. This is a mid ticket offer. Now, listen, I don't want you to get confused. Again, I don't want you to get confused by the lingo. This is my lingo. Many people consider mid tickets 197, 397, 497, and stuff like that. This is a spectrum that I kind of created for myself and for my own business to look at like how customers behave at certain price ranges. Okay. Now I'm not doing this podcast to teach you, how certain customers behave at certain price ranges. I'm doing this podcast to teach you an important lesson, but I got to teach you this stuff so we can get to that lesson. Okay. So anyways, the low to mid is $20 to $50 range. It requires a little bit more trust, a little bit more rapport building, usually with a lot of the prospects, before they go $20 to $50. It's a different than a $7 product. Okay. Then the mid ticket is $50 to $100. Okay. And this requires a little bit more of a commitment from the prospects. Usually they know you. Usually they've bought something at a lower ticket before they buy the mid-ticket offer from you. Okay. Usually they have picked something up from you. Before someone spends like $97 with you, generally they either know a little something about you, or you've impressed them on your sales page in some way, or they've been referred to you, or they really genuinely feel like that you can help them. Someone just doesn't just blow $97 willy-nilly, generally, in my experience. Everybody has a different experience, but this is my experience. So that's the mid-ticket offer. Now, these offers, the free, the low mid, and the mid-ticket, these 4 positions, they are frequently found in front-end sales funnels. They are frequently found in, freebie sales funnels. Those 4 positions you see a lot out there in the market. But I got 2 more positions to talk to you about. And the thing is, like, if you're out there right now and you're making a little bit of money, but you're not making a lot of money, and you never feel like really flush with cash, and you always feel like you're kind of like 1 month away from like going bankrupt or something, or you're like, 1 month away from like going back to work for somebody else. Like, if that's you, then there's a very good chance that you don't have these last 2 positions in place. Okay. Because the thing about it is, when it comes to the pricing spectrum, you need to be represented at each of these positions. Okay. You need something representing you at these positions, right? And I'll tell you why in a minute, but let me give you a third insight. Okay. So the next we have is mid high, right? It's $100 to $500, right? It's the mid high range, right? Now, people don't invest $197 with you, or $397 or $497 with you, generally, unless they feel like they're going to get some kind of like experience, right? Either they're going to get some kind of a group coaching setting with you, or they're going to get some kind of like live experience, something. They're going to get something a little bit more for this kind of mid high range. right? So it's safe to say that no one spends $497 with you unless you have a decent VSL in place, unless you've done a good job of like convincing them or persuading them, however you want to call it, that you can get them some results. Because when we get to this mid-high range, that's when people stop looking as much for information and start looking a little bit more for results, right? And then you get to the high ticket range. Now, let me give you a quick caveat here. Um, my personal pricing spectrum goes beyond this high ticket. I've kind of simplified it here and just said anything over 500 is high ticket. But in truth, I got a little bit more to my pricing spectrum, okay? It goes a little bit higher, it goes a little bit beyond this. But for our purposes tonight, this is all we really need. We got the mid high and we got the high. And I put it like this to you because generally, if you're not making good money online and you're feeling like you're just barely hanging on, a lot of times it's because you don't have these two positions in place. Okay. A lot of times it's because you don't have these two positions in place. So there is a transition between those other positions I gave you and these positions. The transition is the expectation, okay? The expectation changes with the customer, okay? The expectation moves from information to more results based, especially when we get to higher ticket. Um, Over $500 is more high ticket, and people start to like want to see results and not just information at that range. Um, now, the thing is, personally, I find people to still like when it comes to like doing one-on-one coaching or something like that, like I would never do that for the $500 range. You need to put it at least $1,000 to do one-on-one coaching, probably more like $2,500. The thing is, whenever I've done one-on-one coaching at under $1,000, like I've always, no offense, I've always gotten pretty flaky people. I don't know why. I mean, I think $500, $600, $700 is a pretty decent amount of money to spend. I really don't know why you wouldn't want to commit to it, but I don't know what it is. You just get people sometimes who aren't taking it so seriously, not as seriously as they should. Um, so anyways, but the high ticket at $500 doesn't have to be one-on-one coaching. It could be like a group coaching kind of. It could be a lot of things. But the point is, it's more of a high ticket commitment, right? It's more of a high ticket situation. It's not something you're usually going to find in a front end sales funnel, right? What's going to happen is you're going to have a front end sales funnel that's going to have those free offers. It's going to have those low ticket offers. It's going to have those low mid offers. Then it's going to have those mid offers maybe in the back of that funnel. But then after you acquire that customer, and a lot of that stuff that happens in your funnel, that front end funnel, is it could be the cost of doing business, right? It's the cost of acquiring that customer, right? You're not going to make tons of money. You might make some money. It might be profitable. Usually when I do a product launch, it's profitable, but I don't make tons and tons of money on it, right? It's a front end funnel, and it really helps you acquire that customer. Um, but now the back end funnel, right? After you've acquired that customer, then you can start offering them these mid highs and these high ticket offers, right? And these are how you profit. These are how you make more money, right? So, anyways, I just wanted to kind of like give you some insights on that. The pricing spectrum, it's really kind of it's a really interesting topic. You don't hear a lot of people talking about this. It's a really interesting topic, and I think if you're out there right now and you're struggling and you feel like you're like month to month and you feel like you might just give up and quit, but you feel like you know everything, like you feel like you've put products out, you feel like you've done affiliate promotions and stuff. Well, if you don't have those mid highs and those high positions covered in your business, then it's really hard to become wealthy online. And then the other thing I would add on to that I'm not really going to get into today is continuity. And that's kind of a whole nother thing. But that's another thing that you really want to get installed because the continuity really equals security. Um, but anyways, I hope this has been helpful to you tonight talking about the pricing spectrum. Listen, guys, epicconversions.com. I got a group call. I got a club. We do group calls every Thursday. We're going to do another one tomorrow. ECIC group calls. Check it out at epicconversions.com. Find the link. Join us. If this stuff is interesting to you, you probably belong in my group calls every Thursday. The other thing I want you to know is I got a new freebie out. It's called Hungry Like the Wolf. I just put it out a couple days ago. I'm interviewing like 4 of my good friends, and we're talking about AI, and we're talking about list building, and we're talking about email marketing. It's really cool. I interview those guys, and then I have a thing that I start talking about this stuff. And my talk, I'm sitting at the park, and I just like go on for like 2 hours. It's crazy. I just go crazy talking about AI and list building and all that stuff. But it's all in there, man, and it's free. And you can get it right now. It's over epicconversions.com. Listen, guys, if you like this talk about pricing spectrum, then you're probably serious. You're probably serious enough. You probably really want to make something happen, and you probably have what it takes. If you stayed till the end of this video, this is 21 minutes on Facebook and on YouTube. Man, if I can hold your attention for 21 minutes on Facebook and YouTube, dude, I'm not that exciting. So if I can hold your attention for that long on Facebook and YouTube, then you probably definitely have what it takes to make it in this business. You probably just need a few tweaks. You need a few adjustments to get your stuff going right. And I believe that's the help I can give you in ECIC group calls. So check it out. It's over at epicconversions.com. Check out my freebie. And thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, everybody. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, by the way. I do these index card insights Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.